victories. His last 4 wins have all come by stoppage. He is a banger, and he is most definitely here thinking and believing that he can defeat this brilliant South African.
Well, the obvious tactic is to get inside that beautiful long jab there of Tete, which is achievable, but the problem is then you have that uppercut to worry about. When we've seen that, how effective that can be in the past. He takes a little half a step back, Tete, and then whips that uppercut right through the middle.
Tete had 1 win, which came in 11 seconds, the quickest ever in a world title fight. Well, it's not, I suspect that might never be broken. Casimero, who'll be known to British fans as the man who stopped Charlie Edwards in September 3 years ago in an IBF flyweight title defence. He won this interim title in February against Ricardo Espinosa, and then defended it in August against Cesar Ramirez. Both those came by way of stoppage.
Oh, he's a quality operator, and if you allow him forward momentum and he gets it on his side, then he's a really hard man to deter. He really is. So for Tete, it's just keeping him in his place all the time, pivoting on that front foot, whipping that jab out, not shortening the gap.
Tete, tremendous athlete, stands 5'9" and only weighed 8 stone 4 at the weigh-in. Comfortably made the 8'6" limit.
That's the crazy part of it. How he makes the weight relatively comfortable. It's never comfortable making any weight, but he doesn't look as drawn as you see other fighters, and that's one of life's mysteries, John.
He wants the brilliant Japanese fighter Naoya Inoue, who beat Nonito Donaire in that terrific fight. What was it, 3 weeks ago?
Oh, great fight.
Great fight, wasn't it? And it could have been Tete in the final had he been able to beat Donaire, but he pulled out of that Super Series with a shoulder injury. It was the right arm, the right shoulder, and that sort of an injury, it's kind of psychological. He's got to trust himself to be able to throw it.
Yeah, of course you have, because that, again, that right hand, which is the jab hand, of course, of Tete, is his most important weapon.
On occasion, he kind of just does enough. We commentated on a fight over in Yekaterinburg last year. It was that fight last October. Yep. And that was that sort of fight, wasn't it? He won by about a 4 or 5 point margin, but he never really took any risks at all.
No, he can coast the fight, can't he? So he can stick in second gear, just pick you off and be happy with that.
Well, fairly quiet opening round. Bell just coming up as Casimero tries to launch that right hand and just whips it through thin air.
Really do enough, if anything, to be fair.
Quiet sort of opener, wasn't it? Test will come when Casimero lands one of those big punches,
or when he fully commits to an attack. He's jumped into a few attacks, but I don't think he's been fully committed. And when he does that, if he can be effective, or if Tete can read it, and as we said earlier, whip that uppercut on the target.
Casimero promoted by the legendary Manny Pacquiao. Sean Gibbons representing the little master over here. He's the chief executive officer or something of Pacquiao Promotions.
Or something.
Yeah, well, it's a significant job, you know. He introduced himself to me as that, and also as the president, so I'm not sure which it was.
Again, Casimero got too much experience just to rush in because he knows he'll walk onto shots, but also with him not doing that means he's not being remotely effective. And even though Tete's not doing enough, he should be doing a lot more with that right jab, to be fair.
Tete just looks huge in comparison to Casimero.
That's an advantage he always has over pretty much every fight that he's faced.
talked about moving up in weights. That might happen at some point. And I guess another option, talked about Inui, but Rigondeaux, the Cuban, is fighting Liborio Solis for the regular WBA title. That's coming up in about 3 weeks. And Tete's talked about fighting Rigondeaux, or as he's correctly pronounced with the Spanish accent, Rigondeaux.
And two absolute geniuses, but it could also be a stinker of a fight, because they might just both be looking at each other.
Could be a chess match,
couldn't it? Each other to make the first move,
Which this is a little bit at the moment.
Yeah, it is. And again, Casimiro's trying to attack, but short little right hand there. I thought it was half a head as well.
As ever, Tete's entourage came to the ring singing and dancing as the second round ends. Have you scored them both?
Yeah, I give them both to Tete, but he's only barely doing enough, John. I just think.
Well, it's what we said, isn't it? I mean, this is what he did against Mikhail Aloyan when he fought over in Yekaterinburg in Russia last October.
Well, obviously, that's better there for Casimero.
Doubling up on the jab.
Well, I guess he thinks, it's your move to close the gap, not mine. I'm the taller fighter with the longer reach. I want to keep it long. You gotta try and bring it to me.
Bags of experience, though, Casimero. Got a record of 5 wins and 2 defeats in world title fights. Tete 5-1. He's won his last 12 since September 2012. Casimero got him. He's got him with a bot now. He's given hits. He's got him with a body shot, was it?
No, it was on the chin. It was a short right hook to the chin.
And he's in trouble.
He's all over the place.
He's in real trouble. Tete's in a lot of trouble. And the referee wants to look at him. He's allowing it to continue. But can Casimero take him out here? It happened so quickly. And he's still got a long way to go in this round. There's 1 minute 20 seconds. And Tete still looks unsteady. He's got to buy some time here and make Casimero miss. Casimero needs to pick his punches, and he can't find the clean shot, and he falls down. Tete, I don't think there was a punch which put him down. He just collapsed to the canvas.
He's not recovered from the first shot. He's not recovered from the first knockdown, I'm sure of it.
Referee asking, is he okay? Casimero wants to finish it right here, right now, and finish it he has. The title changes hands in sensational fashion. Zolani Tete stopped by Riel Casimero of the Philippines, and the big South African favourite suffers a defeat which was simply not expected, no way.
Well, we're sat here just praising Tete up, and all of a sudden Casimero comes in with a short hook, sort of turns the body, hits Tete sort of flush on the chin, squared up, and that was it. He crumbled.
It caught him on the blind side from where we're sitting, and you did well to pick that up, because it was such a quick, short shot.
It was. He jumped into the attack there, and and we're saying how good Tete is, and he waits for you to make the mistake, he waits for you to engage. But we didn't. We wouldn't give Casimero enough credit for all the experience he has and how quick he can close the gap. And it was a lovely, short, powerful hook. Well, I think it was a right hook.
It's a minute or more, maybe 2 minutes now since that punch was landed. It's only just now that Tete's got back to his feet. He was really, really badly stunned by this.
You're going to see it now here. Nothing's happening. Now all of a sudden, look, he doubles up really quick, but the first one did all the damage, and he was gone.
Well, you see,
you can't see it there, but the referee. But it was a great shot. He stepped around it. The left foot's gone outside of the right foot of the southpaw. Oh, look at that, right on the temple. Right on the temple. Short little right hook, right on the temple. And he does it again, doubles it up again, but the first one did all the damage.
He jumped in with a body shot, which initially I thought was what had done it, and then he lands with 2 right hands to the side of the head.
And he's done. Now look at this now. There's nothing really clean, conclusive. He got caught on the top of the head there, Tete, but he wasn't recovered from the first one. You know, the referee could have easily stepped in after the first knockdown. But you know, the referee Steve Gray was right to step in there. Tete's not defending himself. His eyes were all over the place, and wow, what a win!
Tete sitting down again on the stool in the ring, and he still looks very, very dazed by what's happened.
In charge, Steve Gray waves it off. Therefore, your winner by way of technical knockout and new WBO bantamweight champion of the world, Riel Casimero.
To say he is happy would be a significant